Turn these on, this on, turn this on.
At first, I was like, "What other room?"
Test, 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 test. All right, I can hear me. You can hear me. Hopefully someone in the
Yeah.
chat can let me know that they can hear me. That'll probably come in like a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
Or yeah, or if you can let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl. Carl, can you hear us?
Hi,
Hello.
Carl.
Cool. Perfect. All right, guys, we have Schmid versus Mitchell. Schmid is running his convocation tonight. I can actually see his list, but I cannot see Mitchell. So I'll go through Schmidt's real quick. Space Maw, Voodoo, Strange, Source Supreme, Ancient One, Zemo, Magic, Rhino, Shang-Chi, Ultron, and Wong. And Jin, can you take us through Mitchell's roster? That would totally be there if I had it.
Sure. It looks like it's a Weapon X team. So we got Honey Badger, Domino, Deadpool, Bullseye, Baron Zemo 1, X-23, Weapon X, Logan, Sabretooth, Apex Predator, Maverick, and Logan the Wolverine.
Okay.
For scenarios, they have Struggle for the Cube, Fear Grips, Deadly Legacy Virus, Scoundrels, Infinity Formula, and Gamma Wave for the Secures. So a nice little even spread.
Carl, how come I can never see one of the players' cards anytime I stream or when I play in the TTS League? I'm going to hold you personally responsible for this.
I mean, that's what I do. Anything that ever goes wrong with TTS is always
Yeah.
Carl's fault.
I don't know.
Especially when I lose.
I'm sure the answer is like clear the cache, but what if I didn't have to do anything and things just worked automatically for me without me doing any troubleshooting whatsoever?
Carl, I would also like a TTS a tactic card with my face on it.
We got Legacy and Scoundrels. I'm not sure what threat they're playing it yet. Legacy. I know Schmidt has Scoundrels, right, Jin? That was Schmidt's Scoundrels, so I'll assume he won Prio.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Mitchell actually has Scoundrels as well.
You don't
So they're both
see
in
that
both
typically
lists.
in Weapon X, but I could see how it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I mean, the wide attrition list is becoming more popular under this particular affiliation. So maybe they think they have enough eyes to cover the points. Whereas some tall teams would have a lot of trouble with that.
I guess the other thing too is that being on Scoundrels, everything is range 2. So if you're always interacting at range 2, I guess you don't care as much about the Scoundrel cover.
Yeah, it looks like they're at 20 threat.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice. I'm expecting probably a seven wide list in that case.
Yeah. Just for you guys and both of you to know, we have 2 streams tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern. Myself and Mike DeLuca are going to be streaming Gabe from Montreal versus Jacob Deaton from the Danger Room. And then an hour later, I have a second PC set up to go to stream the Lunch Meet Finals, which is Nick Patry and Leif. That'll be Johnny and Curtis on commentary for that. So I'll have 2 streams up tomorrow. I will have to remember to go into my other Google account, because my web dev Gmail account, which is used for nothing but Netlify, will be used for streaming tomorrow. I figured if I just recorded, it's not quite as good as, the 5 people watching also contributing in the chat. I think it helps make for a better stream. So 2 casts up tomorrow, or sorry, 2 streams up tomorrow. And a lot
It's gonna be sweet. Look at you moving up in the world.
You know what? I'm just here helping out Lucas until we get the return of our streaming king. When Lucas gets back from WTC and gets out of what I assume will be like spouse jail, for leaving the wife with the kids, and he's ready to get back into streaming duties, I'll take a back seat.
Living the dream, I guess. Living the dream.
In all seriousness, I really enjoy watching Lucas's streams. So I wanted to, after the 5v5, I wanted to try to give back a bit and help create some more content for people. So I really enjoy watching these and stealing people's lists.
I mean, there's that. It's always good to just get more MCP content out there in the interwebs. More is better, and it's always great to see. PCN, Lucas, you said, Jin, what your YouTube channel that's going out now too? It's got some really cool battle reports.
Oh, we got some. We got Apex, Bullseye. We got the wide boys. 23. Yep. Oh, freezing up a bit here. I saw 23, a Honey Badger, a Deadpool, Apex, Weapon X, Bullseye. Is that 7 models? Did I name them all? Oh, yep. And Domino.
Domino. Yep.
And then
It's so
7
many
versus
people.
5. Voodoo, Sorcerer Supreme, Shang-Chi, Rhino, Magic. It's really interesting.
Yep.
Ironbound Books. I don't. What is Schmidt's fifth card? Oh, Robbery. There we go.
hmm
And on Mitchell's side, we're dragging them over. Survival, Fallback, Implanted Memories. Is that a new one? If an allied weapon X
Yeah,
suffers
that came in
damage,
that came in the Weapon X and Maverick box.
that's definitely not a
Yep.
card I expected to see on stream. I'm excited for some stabby stab.
Hey, yeah, there is. I'm surprised there's some more. Excuse me, shooty. With Deadpool and Domino. Um, but I like it. I mean, Deadpool's got some movement shenanigans with leg day. It's gonna be really interesting to see what Domino brings to the table in terms of all the pew pew and cover. 4 dice, not exploding crits, but with cover can be a little dicey in my opinion. So guess she
Yeah,
can give out
and
incinerate with the grenade bounce, but
yeah, it also doesn't need line of sight either, which is a nice thing about the grenade bounce. My
yeah.
only problem with Domino is that like I'm not sure like how where she wants to sit down and just like stay put, or she will be moving around quite a bit this game. So here's to see how Mitch will end
Right.
up playing her.
Yeah, Schmid has a pretty mobile team with Magic, Rhino, Shang-Chi, and Strange 2. The least mobile model that he has is Voodoo, but obviously, the leadership's going to help him move around a little bit. So, um, but maybe Mitch is just going to flood him with bodies and stabs, right? So,
Yeah.
I guess it's important to note that even though he's 7 wide, he can only score with 6 models because Honey Badger is just going to contribute to not much. But
Yeah, I
in
think
terms of
the new
score, in terms of
Logan, right? Yeah, so yeah, Honey Badger can't contribute to scoring period, whereas Logan can only contribute to secures but not extract game.
it's also really cool. So this is I love Weapon X. I'm really glad to see Mitch come out with it. The only person that's not going to benefit from the leadership is Bullseye. All the other 6 models will, so that's pretty cool.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
Bullseye can contribute by just dying, and he'll give you some memory tokens.
I mean, I guess he could just die. Yeah, he could just
Yep.
die. There's that too. So when it's been a while since I've seen some convocation action. So what Jen, what are you expecting to see here?
Well, let's see. I think I'm going to assume that Schmidt's going to make an aggressive play for the extracts and sort of like start coming back and just having the Weapon X team kind of go into him.
Mhm.
There's only 3 on the board. Let's see, and I'm going to assume that yeah, we got Prio on complication side here. So hoping he'll grab 2 of the legacy viruses, come back and fortify up, and hopefully he can take out the key pieces with good target prioritization. And hopefully he can live long enough to score out the game, I think. But, this is also Schmid too, so he might just I don't know, just table the other guy too at the same time.
What I love about Schmid is he is also a big fan of slaps. So always respect the slaps, right? I appreciate another proponent of slaps. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played against someone 7 wide. Do you think that is I mean you're 5 wide in Schmid's list. Are you worried about him having 7 models?
No, I'm not too worried. In fact, this probably means that he always gets last activation, which means that there's a last minute secure play that he wants to make. I think he's got a chance to be able to do that.
Okay.
I think Mitchell's walking in with the idea that he's never going to have Prio, right? So he's just kind of okay with that, and that's why for sure the survival was a good call because he knows he's going to get a good use out of that card for sure.
Yeah, I do like the call out for survival. Implanted memories is interesting to see here, but maybe he's got some secret tech that we just haven't seen. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and how that plays out. Um, I do. What's interesting here is so we have 3 available Mystic attackers on Schmid's team, and we've got 1, 2, 3 pretty vulnerable Mystic, defense people, right? Because I guess Weapon X has 3 Mystics, so
Yeah, he's actually the weakest on his energy on that one. But there all these characters have healing factor, so if the Schmid is not able to push through the attack quite as well, like they can recover, and as if nothing happened either.
yeah, I'm really surprised not to. Did he have instant recovery in his list? I didn't actually see.
Ooh, that's a good
This
question.
would have.
Unfortunately, we missed that, so he may or may not. I assume that Mitchell probably did because so many characters could have taken advantage of it. And that card is it's pretty useful still. Like I know people are gonna miss the old exceptional healing, but this card is still very useful in the timing and being able to save a model still in a lot of instances.
Especially, I personally love instant recovery on Apex. Right, he's got a higher health pool, so he can kind of survive that initial punch. Right, going through 7 health can be difficult at times. Right, he's a 4/3/4 with 7 health. Usually, it will be kind of difficult to punch through that. But yeah, no, Simon, you're right. Having 2 more models is big on activations. My only worry for Mitch is that um, even though he's got 2 more models, he has 1 not scoring model. So um, it'll be interesting to see. I wonder if he's going to use Honey Badger more as a way to catapult X23 because he did place them next to each other. So I wonder if that's the thought process.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, you're going to use the big sis, little sis, right, to be able to chase after characters. I would assume also that Schmidt's going to try hard to make sure that everyone only gets 1 attack with each of their models before he just bumps away after the attack. So that'll probably be his way to sort of keep stuff alive. Oh, I apologize. It looks like Mitchell actually has priority, so he will go up. It looks like you were just going.
Yeah. Yep. So he's going to walk, climb to, or I guess he would just walk, because I always forget that Apex is size 3. He's got that big butt.
Small base but big butt. You do appreciate it.
Big butt. He's still going to take the climb action just for the ultimate flex, though.
Yep.
Why move medium when you can move small, right?
Yes.
And this way he gets double coverage, which is not a thing, but it still is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Jian, we're seeing a Rhino play to go grab the other one. How do you feel about Rhino grabbing extracts on turn 1?
I think he's good, mostly because these are stackable extracts first of all, so he can certainly hold more than 1 if he needs to. Large base is great because now if we do attack Rhino once, he'll do the bump and just get back onto the scoundrel point. So in complication, he's like Lizard, I think a very annoying piece to grab and extract quickly with.
It'll be interesting. Deadpool grabbing this far 1.
Yep, I am always traumatized by setting Deadpool to pick up an extract just because he's got such low health to begin with. Doing 4 damage.
A 4 health 3/3/4. What are you talking about? That's plenty. It's plenty. He knows karate, Jen.
That's true. He knows karate and he can get himself some memory tokens, but it can be very scary when you have such a low amount of hit points that you could be spiked off the board, in 1 attack. But that's the real risk that Mitchell's willing to take here. It seems like.
We're going to see some aggressive domino play. Do you grenade bounce? I think we're going to see a grenade bounce.
I think so. Just going to early incinerate onto it, but that probably means that Rhino does get back on the point.
Yep, I do like. Yep, here's the grenade bounce. Is grenade bounce?
Oh no.
Yep. But Hey, on Incinerate, so
Yep.
uh, I guess that's all that matters? Question mark.
Yeah, it is an auto incinerate, and
And jokes on Schmid, you can't be ornery if you don't deal damage. So,
that is true.
who's the silly one now, right? I like it. It opens up some damage output for Weapon X and for X23. So,
Yeah.
Rhino's a chunky boy, so it's probably a good thing to get that incinerate on him, pretty early. Looks
Yeah.
like we're going to see a nice little blast from Magic. I don't, bolts of Ashtur. Ashtur. I don't know how to say. Ashtur.
4 die looks like energy gainer into Deadpool.
Yep.
He only has
It looks like he
3.
uses a memory token.
Yep.
And a casual big nothing. So we're
Mm.
over on attack dice. Yep. Hey, sometimes when you go swinging at people, sometimes you just miss. So
It's a little love tap in that case. Yeah.
yeah, just a little love tap. Deadpool is going to use the aggressive from the Weapon X leadership to move a little horizontal. Okay. Does mean that he's probably going to get attacked again by Voodoo, but he's a little bit safer from the Voodoo attack, which is nice.
Yep.
Here's a character that can actually push damage there, Jian, no matter what dice are rolled. Unfortunately, he's going to be out of range, though.
Yep. So do we move Bullseye into range? I think we probably just do, right? Because you can just bump into range anyway, so you might as well just get within 4.
Yeah, Simon, I like the side shuffle. It puts Deadpool in a nice position. I think I would have waited to activate Bullseye a little bit later, just in case Deadpool drops this.
I would agree. Yeah.
Because there's a potential that Voodoo doesn't even do damage, but still forces the extract drop.
Yeah, and obviously Bullseye's a lot more vulnerable to misc attacks than Deadpool would be.
He's attacking Bullseye, so 2 dice with cover.
Yep. Schmid calling out the weakness there. That is a chunky roll. Oh, this is going to hurt Bullseye a lot.
Here's a setup. Yep.
Oh, no.
Well, we got power for days, so I think we're going to see a daze, right? Because he's blocking 2. No, he's
got the
1.
He's got the scoundrel cover. Yeah.
But he's got the throw trigger. He's got the double hit throw trigger from Voodoo.
Yes. So he blocks 2, takes 3. Oh boy. Yep.
Here's a.
Yep.
Is it an any throw? I always forget. Is
it
any direction throw?
Any direction size 2, as long as the character size 2.
Yikes! Oh, what an attack! What an attack! This is gonna be a 2-point swing here. This is gonna be big. You don't entertain a brace here, right? You don't.
No, you wouldn't, because it wouldn't net you any VPs. He's already off the point at the moment, so I think you just kind of let go. Besides, you also have to watch out that Also, Rhino is the only terrain thrower, I think, in this matchup. So he probably will be throwing some big buildings all in people's ways later in the game anyway.
Yeah, I guess he's got technically 3 access to throw with Rhino, Voodoo on the builder, and Shang-Chi with his weird throw.
Dragon chasing his tail. Yeah.
Deadpool only takes 1, but doesn't really matter. He's gonna be possessed. I wonder how Daniel feels about being inside Deadpool. I bet you there's some weird fourth wall breaking. What do you think?
Side conversation for a second. Lucky Wild did point out a good fact that Bullseye could parting shot if he did brace to actually get back on the point. So good call out, Lucky.
See, I knew that. That's why I said it, right? Look how
we always appreciate our smart teammates that will pick us up when we fall down. on commentary.
See, this is what we do. Mike, you're the man.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Uh,
Okay, so
so
this will for 623 going this way now.
yeah, he's gotta get back on that point and score, right? You can't go down, a 2 point swing from that, right? So it's gonna be interesting. It looks like he's holding Honey Badger off. If you're Schmid, do you even go to that midpoint with Apex, or do you just try to pressure these sides? Because that's what it looks like he's trying to do. Trying to really put on some pressure.
Yeah, I don't think you need to go to the middle point. So, like, if you're just farming 4 points a turn reliably, then I don't think you need to overextend yourself. Sean would probably be the person that would go in the center if anyone.
Yeah. So we've got a Doctor Strange attack into Domino with cover. Probably going to get re-rolled.
Yep, and memory token was used.
He's burning through those memory tokens. But
Ooh,
hey, look,
yeah.
even worse roll. Love to see it. So blocking 2 from Domino and only showing 2 from Doctor Strange after the reroll. So no damage. So he's going to get another access to this lovely move. I can't remember. Does Weapon X on his front side, does he contest? No, he just doesn't.
He contests, yeah.
Contest. It says right, Savage Protocols can't contest, interact. Extracts. Gotcha. Sorry,
Yeah.
extract. Reading comprehension is hard. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, reminder again, Weapon X can play the secure game, but he cannot do anything with the extract game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so can't even contest that lovely researcher that was taken from me. Still salty about it. I just want my researcher. Why would you restrict? Why would you restrict the best crisis in the game, Jian?
I can't really express what I want to say right now without going into.
Clearly the best one. It's like we're gonna get a Shang-Chi energy attack, or no?
Yep. Rising Phoenix Kick, I think, is going into him. This will be an 5 dice energy attack, and place 1 after the attack is resolved, I believe.
Yeah, and he's most likely doing this just because he's less likely to, do anything. I mean, he gets a power like. Don't hate it. I would say best is the best word for researcher. That's how I would identify.
See, Mike knows what I'm talking about. It's bad for my team, which means that we shouldn't allow it.
Oh, that's a good call out. It's good for webs, so we got to get rid of it. Nuke it to the ground.
Oh no, it's bad. It's bad for webs. That means we gotta get rid of it. Webs must remain supreme.
Yeah, webs must be, thwip. Yeah, if you're not thwipping, are you really living life? Freaking webs players, the bane of my existence. If I get one webs player at WTC, Jian, I need you to know how mad I will be.
Well, you have to blame our captain for doing bad pairings, right?
Just if I get one, I flip a table. Flip a table.
So it looks like the Dragon Kick didn't do any damage to Sabretooth, but they're now contesting the same points. I'm curious to see where Weapon X is going to go here. Oh, we might just I'm just going top and just start. Yeah, I mean, not a bad idea, because if we don't move Rhino next turn or deal with Weapon X, he gets to attack, and if he bumps away, he can still charge afterwards. So I don't disagree with this play, actually.
Yeah, I don't hate it too. I would have wished to see another deployment. I guess he could have potentially thought that X-23 might have been going the middle, but because of the bullseye play, he had to move a little bit more, to the far left side. So, all in all, a 4-3 round is not too bad for Mitch here after kind of that rough bullseye Deadpool play.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're Schmid. What's your opening play here? Do you just get rid of bullseye? Do you just get rid of a model?
I think that makes sense, because the only person that has an extract at this point is Sabretooth.
Yeah.
And you're going to need a little more. Well, I guess you can send a few people into it. Like Strange could go in, Shang-Chi can also go in as well. They all have reasonable chance of doing decent damage to Sabretooth.
Carl, you shut your mouth. You let me have my E maps, okay? You don't talk about Gamma. I need Gamma and Demons to stay. Okay? How else are we gonna slap right in the middle if all of my E crises just go away? Sometimes you just gotta line up next to each other and just punch each other, right? Isn't that the most superhero thing that you can think of?
Right, and you can just play Sword Base, Deadly Legacy Virus, and Intrusions like real people do.
Yeah, just like real people. Carl talk about getting rid of Gammas. Like, get out of here, Carl. Next thing you know, next week in the mod, like, where's Gamma? How come Gamma's not coded in the mod anymore? I don't understand.
Or just the mod never lets you pick it out of the random. It's like, huh, I
Right.
have my list, but I just never get to select it for some reason.
Get in. Man, this is weird. I got 3 Gammas as my secures and still didn't get Gamma. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Mike, get out of here. Gamma is lame. Get out of here.
Yep.
Any
Okay.
E's are best. All right, we're gonna see some Doctor Strange. Looks like he's
Just
really
scalpel.
trying to. Is he scalpeling?
Ooh.
Oh, what did he spend the power? Oh, he scalpeled
He
himself.
did himself.
to-
Yep. And then we're attacking Bullseye.
Yep. Go Mystic into Bullseye.
Yeah, this is a rough attack in the Bullseye. Let's see what. Oh no!
Oh, goodbye,
Oh
Bullseye.
no!
Good night, sweet. Oh no, he didn't.
Oh, he lives on 1, I guess, and he can party shot.
Does he? Yeah, because he
He
blocked
lives
1.
on.
Yeah.
Oh no, he lives. Yeah, he lives on 1. Yeah,
He lives
because he
on
still
1, yeah.
needs.
Yep, blocks on 1. So yeah, here's the parting shot. Run, Bullseye. Run. Live.
All right, so at least you would have to like daggers, like instead, if that's the case. Yeah, so Strange could still finish him, but it requires to do at least the spender now instead of just the builder, which is just
Mike,
all
I love
ups.
it. Dan was talking about brought 3 Gammas and it picked Riots. Son of a fuck. Yep, that's if it's Ben, yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's Gamma, yep. Yep, that's kind of my life. That's yep, don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit here and cry with my E shape. Here's my
All right.
researcher card. Just
All right,
we
we're
see
doing
another attack from Strange.
yep, Deadly daggers, and unfortunately, I think this will do it. Too many dice
Yeah, we're
succeeded.
seeing 4 and 1 with the thing. Yep. Good night, sweet Poindexter. No more throwing staplers for him. No office supply weapons for old Poindexter. You watch the Daredevil show? Did you get that reference?
Oh, yeah, they did him so well, like in that TV series. Like, I just love the way just grabbing anything and just
Yeah,
like
they
threatening
grab all of the
everybody.
office. We see another scalpel from Doctor Strange into Apex. So effectively a nice little stagger on Apex.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
the whole series. Man,
can't wait for the
if you're
sequel.
Mitch, if you're Mitch, what's going through your mind? What's your plan here?
Well, this is sort of a numbers game, right? So you're still hoping to eke out an edge by, okay, you're going to lose like a 2, 3 pieces along the way. But hopefully, the fact that everybody here punches kind of above their weight, right? You hope that's going to make up for that fact. So let's see.
Yeah, if you're Deadpool, do you go aggressive? Do you leg day into Voodoo?
Yeah, he's got
No.
lower defenses right now. He's not allowed to recall the Oh wait, no, he can recall. He just has enough actually. So
Yeah, he just has enough. Yeah.
yeah. I would
Yeah, I
say
don't.
yeah.
Here's my struggle. I don't really love the board state for Mitch here. I'm at Weapon X. Probably not going to take down a full health Rhino, even though he's incinerated. He's rolling what 6 dice with Pierce.
Yep.
I guess he could go up to 7 with the two slaps, and then potentially charge into that back point. But looks like we're gonna go see a bang bang from Deadpool into Doctor Voodoo. I don't love this. He's rolling 5 dice.
Yeah, he's gonna have cover.
Of
That's the
course.
thing.
Yeah. He's gonna have cover. If uh, maybe the leg day doesn't get him on the ambush, so maybe this is why he's. I mean, he's just hoping to dots him to death. Well, and that's not how you do it, friends. It's
Yep.
not how you do it. Look at
Yep.
that block, just casually blocking 4.
Yep. We called the Brother Daniel token, so Voodoo's back to his higher defenses again. And yeah, Schmid just super good roll. So prevents anything happening for Deadpool.
Oh man, things are not going well for Weapon X. And this is the struggle. As an attrition player, right? Which I know, Jian, it's hard for you to see this, right? I'm sure the web player in you is just giggling, of like, 0 successes on attack. Who attacks, right? But as an attrition player, at these moments, you just got to kind of stay calm. Collect yourself. That dice are not, going your way. So you just got to find some way to compose yourself. And figure out what the best solution is. This is a better attack. I don't think he's got the trigger yet. He does not have the trigger.
Yeah, we do need the wild. Unfortunately, didn't get it. So it looks like it's just 2, and we're already blocking it with the cover right now for Dr. Voodoo's side.
Yeah, and he is going to get a power from that skull. So we've effectively attacked twice into Voodoo, just to give him 0 damage but 1 power. He's going to leg day back, so that he could probably be a little bit more aggressive with X23 and Honey Badger. Again, I wonder if before going with Deadpool, you could have just thrown Honey Badger into there, just to maybe potentially get an X23 move, or if he ignores Honey Badger. It makes maybe that bang bang a little bit more, deadly. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's just so many Mitch is position wise really kind of in a rough space. Even though he started, the game off with 7 models, now down to 6, and losing Bullseye so early, I think is really brutal. This is why I really resist taking 2/2s, because they just, you look at them wrong.
Yeah.
They go down.
And maybe this is a good. Sometimes you need to be super conservative, right, with the low health models, and like sure, maybe you don't get 2 attacks, but a walk and hit sometimes is all you need, and just make sure that they're not overextended. Overextending against attrition teams is definitely like a thing that kind of comes with experience, and I'm sure if Mitch were to do this next time, he would be a lot more careful with his bullseye.
Yeah, I think the Bullseye play, he could have gone a little bit more conservative, so that on the round 2 he could have moved and then done a hit and run to move back to safety, right? And I think that would have been a better play pattern. But here we see Wolverine, Weapon X, Weapon X slapping into Rhino.
It looks like he charged, which means that unfortunately he used his once per turn charge already. So I don't know if I really like this, because now Rhino can just bump away. We are getting a lot more dice though. So Weapon X starts out with 5 dice, but he gets more dice if he's on a secure point.
Itch. Oh yikes! I mean, Rhino blocks nothing, but it only doing 1 damage.
Oh jeez, Mitch, buddy.
Mike, you are completely right. I resist having 2/2s because it does make me feel like a dirty scenario player, and I don't like it. Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
now
why
we're going to see.
Are you gonna see?
We're going to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jen. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying you can always just take Honey Badger. That way, there's no way you can score a scenario with Honey Badger.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's the case. Yeah, can't be a scenario player if one of my twos can't score.
Yep.
So we're seeing a Schmid convocation hop from the leadership.
Yep.
Are you hopping out of attack range?
I think he should be able to. Yeah. Yeah. There's
I mean, even if he hops just forward, right toward Domino,
correct.
just
Yes.
hop forward. I don't know what the thought process is.
Yeah. If I were in Mitch's shoes and activating Weapon X, I probably would have attacked first, see where he bumps, then charge, get on the point, and then take the second attack. Against him with the
Yeah.
extra dice.
Yeah, this is just kind of I don't know how many reps he gets into convocation. It's nice to on our team we have Jeff, who's a really good convocation player. So he's gonna choose to aggressive and then hop.
Oh, yeah, good usage of abilities there.
Yep. Yeah, so now what we like to call really far away. Now Weapon X is like, well, I'm sad. Yeah. Just this is one of those examples, right, where playing into convocation, you got to be really, really careful of how you time your attacks and when he's going, when the convocation player is going to do the bump. I'm not sure how many weapons Weapon X has. I'm actually kind of surprised not to see Maverick as a way to be like another domino backside. I would have loved to see maybe Honey Badger or Bullseye be a Maverick.
I guess it's just the points, right? So you probably would have to swap out one of your threes for that. I could see a case that you want to take, let's say, Maverick instead of Domino, just because like he's able to be a little more mobile with the hit and run that he has.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the Incinerate's nice. So, I guess he threatens two ways of Incinerate with Domino and Honey Badger. But
yeah. The weapons cache is also really nice too, because that could be a way for you to get some cover even while you're on a scoundrel point as well, and get some extra dice. Yeah. So that could be good. But I could also see. Well, I guess Sean can do like some self healing, but otherwise, no one else here heals normally. I think on their own.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one part of his kit that you're missing out on. But like I said, I like the mobility, right? Because here, convocation is going to be mobile. So, you having characters that are just going to be either double walking or walking once and trying to do something is really going to hurt you. This is the rough thing about being scalpeled away with Sabretooth, right? So this is effectively a stagger on Sabretooth.
Correct. Yes.
It was probably one of his best models, on the field, who's now relegated to either walk, or walk and make a really bad attack and hope for a pounce, which again, I think would be really bad. So, we're probably going to see a walk from Apex. I think Schmid is correctly holding Voodoo and Magic just to kind of wait and see, what Honey Badger at X23 is going to do. Looks like we're seeing a move and charge. Oh man! And then, or is that the charge? And he's not moving.
That is the charge. Yeah. So we are doing hidden flowers under the leaves. Okay.
A casual too. He must have used the. Yes, he used the memory token to roll 4 dice.
That's weird because oh, that's right. Yes, he gets less
down,
dice when he. Yeah, he's down 1 dice because he's on a superior point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's down 1 and then up 2. Yep, for the memory token.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess he did that so that if he was dealt or if he gets pushed away here, which he's not going to be because Shang
Yep.
doesn't have the power to push him.
Or he opted to take the short move then instead, it looks like.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it. That just means that we're going to see another attack that hopefully pushes one, and then that will push Weapon X away.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's
Are we
another
using
attack.
Are we using another memory token here?
He's
We
using
are.
another one.
Yep.
Another.
Okay, quadruple crits.
Four crits from Mitch. Hey, he would have liked that on some of his attacks.
Yep.
Only converted one. So a casual 5 on the defense.
Yep.
I mean, hey, that's nice. He gets another aggressive. Now he's going to move back over to that side, just going back and forth. You want to stay on the point there, Mitch? There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So that way, I guess he threatens Rhino as well.
Yep.
Are you holding Rhino to? I guess he's a couple powers short for Rhinobry. So here's where Maverick is useful, right? If Maverick would have 2 power at this point, so he could have, again, walked, shot, hit and run and shot, walk back, right?
Yep.
This is the struggle with Weapon X, right? Is they just don't have the mobility on some of these, wider secures. Was this? Did we confirm that Scoundrels was his secure?
It is definitely. It was one of his secures that was available. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, I generally don't hate it. What's the attack going to?
And we do see that Mitch is using the blue flag. It looks like. So I would assume that means that was his secure then.
Domino was attacking who? I must have missed that.
Well, looks like it's going to be Shang. Yep. Makes sense.
Oh, okay.
We're outside of his clouding blanks range, which is a good call out, and gives him incinerate. So yeah, becomes a little more vulnerable for next time. However, we don't have any range to do anything otherwise. Looks like
just bouncing back.
Well, yep.
Technically, Simon, put it in the chat. That's an illegal hop, right? Right, Simon? You didn't put the measure tool out.
Good etiquette is that you should be putting the actual range tool out.
Someone get this man. Sick him, Simon. Yeah. Vindication.
I am not sure if Domino actually makes it there.
No.
No. You can. I would say your best bet is maybe position so that next turn you can do a single move to get there. But right now, I don't think there's going to be much being added by you doing that, unless you really want to go first and just try to double tap somebody.
Someone call the cops. A legal judgment. Simon, what's the French word for judge? How do we? I need this for WCT. Whoa, WTC. There we go. Words I talk for a living. I need WTC. Shenanigans. Juge. That sounds French, right? Is that Juge?
Yep.
Juge.
Arbitrate.
Or arbitrate. I like that one. Arbitrate. I like it. That's. I will be saying that a whole bunch. It'll be great. It'll be lovely. So it looks like we're going to see a rotation. Is that what kind of he's measuring? It's interesting to see kind of what we're thinking with Magic and Voodoo here. It looks like we're rotating over to go score this point. Yep, we're going to see a hop. This little big old hop.
There you go.
Okay, get nice and snug in there. snug. We're going to see an attack from, is that Soul Sword, right? Soul Sword. 5-die Mystic into old Logan with a Pierce. He's got the Pierce online. Ooh. So he's got 4 with Pierce. So he looks like he's going to be taking 3.
Thanks.
Pretty good attack. I tell you what, I like Magic a whole bunch. I think she's an underplayed, underrepresented character. I don't love her model, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Are you serious? She's one of my favorite sculpts, actually.
So
like,
I love the swirl and the sword. I just hate her position, like the pelvis thrust in, like, from it. I don't know. I think there are cooler, iconic Magic poses than a pelvic thrust. Like Arbiter, but pronounce the last syllable like your Scooby, like your Scooby Doo.
yeah, like Ray or something like that. You know,
man, how would you do that? Arbitrary. Yeah, man. It's impressive how many bad takes. Mike, what are you doing? Look, I have my preference. I'm sorry that you could not win with Magneto on Researcher. So I won a lot of my games with Magneto on Researcher. That game was killed episode was rough. What, the Drac one? How could you not like a pelvic thrust during Rocky Horror season?
all right. It's like we got some Honey Badger movement now.
I don't like scary stuff, so I don't watch Rocky Horror. Yes, bad takes from the guest. Rude. Yeah, I like this a whole bunch.
Yep.
So this is a move slap from Honey Badger. I like this a bunch. Creates a bad position for Schmid if he's going to attack Honey Badger.
Okay, looks like he's going to block 2 so far if you include the cover.
Yep.
Ooh, but Honey Badger coming in with a strong hit.
Okay. Here's the 2 threat.
Ooh, 5 hits. This is big.
Voodoo does have his token. He did recall his token back when Deadpool attacked him.
Yep, correct. All right, so unfortunately, we do get to bump out of ankle biter range, which is a rough time for Honey Badger.
Seeing a hop?
Yeah, I think you absolutely hop away to make sure that you don't get ankle bitered, because I'm sure there's an X23 1-2 punch coming.
Yeah, it looked like he was thinking about. I don't know if he was just measuring the spender or if he was thinking about aggressively hopping toward X23. But looks like he's probably measuring the spender.
Yeah, and you can. The sweet spot is you want to be outside of 1, but within 2, right? Which I'm sure Schmid can probably do at this point.
Yep, and he's measuring 3 of big sis, little sis, so he's there.
Yep. Right, but Voodoo is taking some damage, so it's not nothing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just don't like the mummy. Okay, I don't like the mummy. Frank is awesome. I will say, the mummy and Werewolf by Night are probably the bottom 2, in my opinion. I think it's a good box. The problem with the Monsters box is a good box. So unlike the Foes box where you had a very clear, like, Vulture is the worst.
Yeah, I'm going to vehemently disagree with Ben here. I think the Mummy is rad. He's an amazing value proposition for 3 threat.
I will tell you, he's not better than Dracula. I will fight everyone. I'll fight everyone.
Yeah, yes, Ben, because you're comparing a 5 threat to a 3 threat.
Everyone is nuts. What is this? Why is the chat turning against me? What is this? What is happening?
I'm with Simon here. I think the Mummy on low key might be the best thing in that box, and we're gonna probably see that guy on a lot of places. But anyway, that's to be litigated later. So what are we doing here?
Shenanigans. I will say, you just wait. You all wait until I blah 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 you with freaking Dracula. You'll be all singing a different tune.
I mean,
You just
listen, the mummy could still be the best character in the box, and you could still blah blah blahs. Like these are not mutually exclusive things, Ben.
we're talking about the best model in the box. That's what I'm talking about. Best model of the box, Dracula. Anyways, so before I go on this rabbit hole of the best monster in the box, aka lose the webs. I'm like, why do you test me? Why do you hurt me? It seems like a lose. You know what's funny is, I'm getting so much involvement in the chat. So you're welcome, Mike. Mike should be thanking. You see how many responses in chat we're getting compared to normal? Just saying. Sometimes you got to get in here and just say some crazy stuff. Like the very readable and come cool collected Dracula is the best model in the box. So it is Schmid's turn.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to activate a model. I wasn't going to stop you from going on a tirade until he does something. All right, finally, we got a Rhino activation. Let's go.
It's good to know that at least Schmid waited until my rant about Dracula was over. So I appreciate Schmid, working with us. So
Okay.
3D going into 2. Does he
He's
get
alive on 1?
he's alive on 1. Yeah, here's a size 4 in a domino.
Yep, so no bracing there, so we just have to roll for it. And that's okay. Look at that.
For pets. You rat bastard, Simon. Yep. Rhino doing some Rhino stuff.
Yep.
We're getting an attack into domino.
Yep. Mechanics
We're
will crits into
3,
her. Ooh, 3 solid hits.
3 blocking 2. 3 blocking
Leaves her
2
in the
with
magic. Yep, magic 1 once again.
With that lovely new podcast, Alive on 1.
Yes. Those guys are pretty great. I always enjoy the Alive on 1 stories because usually it's peak MCP. Like it's like someone just misses you, and then like awful things will then happen as a result.
Yeah, so it's always great. Here, Mark.
All right, so Sabretooth actually has a play now. We can actually walk and hit Rhino. Whereas before,
at least he gave him a play.
So
that way he maintains that secure too. So
yeah.
I don't hate this a whole bunch. 5 dice with Pierce into an inside. Rhino is not terrible. He can then pounce into him. So he's got some options here. So
yeah, I would assume that. Yeah, I'm going to assume that Schmid will bump in a way that he will avoid a pounce if he just spike on damage.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to push 2. He needs to push 2 to.
Oh, he is Incinerate. That's right.
Yep.
Ooh, 3 crits. This is a good start.
Right. Give me the wild. Give me the wild. Doesn't get the wild, but
5 raw hits though. Yeah.
Yeah. So 5. So he's going to take a casual 3.
Yep.
We're going to see a nice little bump.
Yep. He's going to do an aggressive first, and then a bump. It looks like. Man, yeah, this aggressive big base bump is so fun to see.
Yeah, well, and the Schmid is really perfecting the aggressive bump. It's a really good play pattern.
Yeah, look at that. From one attack, he's able to go from one scoundrel point to another, it looks like, if he wants to.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to, like you said, try to hide behind Domino to avoid the pounce.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a great call. I do appreciate Mike's call out in the chat. I do find it hilarious, and it's important to name. Blah 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 is from Ben's brain damaged from football. Like, yep, that's a good shout out. You're not wrong, Mike. Sometimes when your brain's just mush, all you can really get out is just blah blah blah. That's all you get.
Fantastic.
But yeah, no, I don't hate this. I think you could pounce to get into a better position for next round with Sabretooth. you just got to be careful to avoid Sabretooth getting scalpeled endlessly by Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I
so if he
don't.
pounces too close, he might be in trouble in that case.
Yeah, I don't love Sabretooth staying on that point. If the point is already being secured by Domino, and I highly doubt that Doctor Voodoo is going to come over and interact with Domino. Uh, so I don't love Sabretooth staying there. I do understand it because it allows him to move, pounce, and then do something else if he wants to. I guess he could also do his spender, which gives Sabretooth some movement.
Yep.
I'm just afraid that Sabretooth staying too far back is going to be detrimental to.
I think that's
He
okay
needs.
because he is holding the one of the other viruses. So I understand that you may want to play a little more conservative. So just being able to walk, pounce, and then attack, I think is a perfectly fine turn for Sabretooth.
Yeah, my fear though is Mitch is so far down the attrition lead. Yeah, I mean this was just going to
Oh,
happen, right?
yep, yeah,
Voodoo was
yep.
just going to double walk uh, and possess, pick this up.
You
So
can't
this
pick
was
it
just
up
going to
though.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It's 4. Oh, no, I guess it costs 2 to pick it up.
Yeah, because he has a legacy
Yeah.
virus already, so he wouldn't be able to do that. It would just be denial, I think, at that point, which isn't bad either.
That's not bad either. Yeah.
Because
And
he's
then
gonna have
like
Cryo.
X-23. Yeah. Yeah, you're just so far down the attrition game plan for Weapon X that I would have liked to seen a little bit more aggressive play from Apex, who I think is kind of the most important model for him, to be honest.
Mhm.
Schmid doing the twirly think a lot,
Yep,
um, what I like to call. Uh, when in doubt, if you don't know what to do, just twirl your measuring tools, and then you think better. You see how you just thought better, made a
I
clear
appreciate
decision.
as an audience member that at being low attention sometimes. I just love seeing something swirl around the board, so that's fun.
Yeah. Uh, is do we know is Strange within 3 of X-23? Do we know that? Have we seen that
Strange,
measure?
I do not believe. Oh, that's a good question. He might be.
Because he looks like he's within 3.
It's very close.
So I'd love to see Spender into Strange, and then potentially attack Rhino. Um,
I don't think he'll be close enough to hit Rhino, unfortunately, because X-23 only has the 2 power, so you can't spend her
oh
twice.
yes, yeah. I'm still living in the world, no matter the cost. That's the world I live in.
What a world that was.
What a world! What a world!
Yeah,
Uh,
wondering what I guess the voodoo play here was just to keep him safe. Just bunch up all your guys like right there. You know.
yeah, I mean, again, so we're gonna see just X-23 running around trying to chase people.
Yep. What's really is
Uh,
funny though, I think if Logan goes down, does he just slash everybody like along the way, like that's nearby? 'Cause, Schmid might be
I
setting
believe.
himself for some damage right there, accidentally.
Yeah, I mean, he did just set up a potential lot. If Rhino goes down here, this is also kind of big, right, in terms of the point swing, because he's contesting the strange
Yeah,
secure. So this is not small, right? So 2 dice with 6 with a reroll in Pierce. I like the potential to take him down. You're not going to do it with that though. I don't think 3, unless this is he needs
well, you
to
did get a
get this.
crit, and then you got a reroll, so you're hoping for the Pierce and the Wild, or just
Yeah,
actually no, just one
he
additional
just needs
block.
to convert it.
Oh
Just
no!
needs to
It's
convert it. Oh,
live
come
on
on,
one.
Mitch. Oh,
Live on
Mitch.
one.
Ugh. Oh my goodness. You hate to
Uh,
see it, man. You hate to see it. Um, does he aggressive pounce or bump on that to take that point from him. Take that center point because X23 doesn't have an action left.
I think so. I mean, you might as well just score the point. Oh, I would not move there. I don't know about that.
Mitch, you got to stay in the fight. You're going to lose the point, but you got to stay in the fight, Mitch.
No, at this
with the game plan.
You got to stop his points right now, Mitch. If you move there, it's going to be very bad for you because you're going to be so behind on board influence.
Mitch, don't do it. Stay in the game plan. Don't let Rhino stealing that point from you deter you from it. It's not worth it, Mitch. Even if you get there, it's like watching a horror movie. I can't watch.
Oh, Mitch. Okay. All right.
I mean,
we're
understand
pulling for you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the move. Because now what we're going to see, we might see an open up of a Rhinobbery into Apex, right? So if he's going to move,
so
he's going to bump to maybe get within one of Sabretooth, so that we can open up with a Rhinobbery. So, man, sorry, I'm distraught for Mitch.
I know, me too, man. I've been there. Like, I've had a few games with like Mike and folks that be like, it's like, oh yeah, if you spread your guys too far out from the points like that actually are going to actually long term affect the game, it's so hard to catch up after that. You know, especially if like X23 doesn't even have any power on her, so it's not like she can just like yo-yo back in against Strange or anything. Like she has to like, lose level actions to even anybody. Ooh.
What's the thought process here? What am I missing?
He's gonna bump to one of the points. I think that's what the end result is gonna be. So he's just giving himself a little more distance. Oh, nope. Come on.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like you said, though, if Weapon X goes down, he can potentially daze 3 models.
Only on his backside, I realized. So yeah, he doesn't have that on the front side. Looks like.
Have on the front? Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping. Yeah, I thought it was going to be very very fun, but yeah, on the front side he's got that additional dice if he's on his secured, and then on the back side he's got his attacks changed, and then he also has the ability to go down and swing in.
So Simon, I agree. Moving away from VPs is not good.
Yeah.
Simon, are you saying moving to this that back scoundrel was the right move?
I think Simon's saying that.
Sorry, go ahead, Jen.
I think Simon's agreeing with us that like moving X23 backwards, like away from the conflicts, is bad.
Okay, yeah, because I think, yeah, that's what I thought. Simon, you're saying you don't want Schmid to get too far ahead, is what you're saying? Because instead of being up 1, he'd be up 2. The extracts are on the other side. Yeah,
you need to go where the extracts are because right now Schmid can just farm 4 points each turn. He's going to win the game at this rate.
I agree. And like I said, what we said at the top of this match is that Schmid's mobility is going to be super relevant. It seems like I'm going to lose slower kind of situation. Yes, yeah, I agree. I think there's that natural instinct in us that we want to keep the score a little bit close. I think this is the balance of playing attrition, right? Is you want to keep the score obviously from getting too far out of hand, but you need to put yourself in a situation to pressure the game plan, which is attrition, right? And again, moving X23 away from the fight. We're going to see a Rhino into Weapon X.
Yeah, he's the only piece that's there, so it needs to daze him now. Otherwise, it'll be bad times for Schmid.
Yeah, he's got 3. Yeah, so he's already down.
Oh no, he's got a crit. So, that's
he's
right.
Alive.
Sorry,
yeah, he's alive on 1. Yeah, he's alive on 1. So.
Nope, he dazes because the minus you get the minus dice and he is skull locked out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shucks.
Yeah, so now he's gonna cha-cha slide.
Yep.
We'll see Rhino do Rhino stuff. Wee,
Yep. This is rough. All
wee.
right, Schmid, you
He,
can't overlap the base.
yeah, Judge. Wait, what's it? Abirte, Abirte, Abir, something. Judge.
I posted something.
Oh, you did. Yep. Yeah, rob Apex, move away for profit. You're exactly right, Simon. Yep. Yeah. So now we're gonna see, um, Weapon X being dazed. Uh, Apex is gonna get yeeted again, effectively stag. Is he attacking Apex?
Uh,
I didn't
really?
see.
He's yeah, he's just attacking. What is going on here?
Okay, he's blocking
Uh,
two.
oh, I think then this might be Domino. Actually,
It's
I
gotta be
apologize.
Dom. It's gotta be
Yeah,
Dom.
because it's 5 dice. Yeah, if memory token Sabretooth, it would be six
Yes,
dice.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yep.
I don't love that. I guess he can throw something, but he's got brace, so he forces the brace.
Yep.
We're gonna see a brace here. You need to brace this, Mitch.
Yeah, this is where Brace comes in. You have to save this activation because he's got no more attacks. Oh no, if he braces this, you're just going to throw Sabretooth into her anyway.
Oh, so he's dead. He's dead no matter what. Yeah, Domino.
Yeah, I think you save the brace here.
Well,
It's
but he doesn't have any movement left. So Domino dies, but Apex lives. If you throw, so Apex can take out a 1 health Rhino. Yeah, I
okay.
like this. I like this a bunch. This is the right call because if he throws Apex into Domino, it allows Apex a chance to get those extracts back. So
Mm,
I like this a whole bunch. I think this is the right call. This,
okay, yeah, I can see the merit here, and yeah, that means he doesn't have to spend any action economy.
yeah, Simon, I agree with you. Attacking Domino, I think was uh, a
Was
good
that greedy?
flex.
I would say that might have been greedy at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's 7 into 5, but explode crits. Oh yeah, that's a good shout out to Simon. That if Apex kills Rhino, then he can assemble. He doesn't have enough to possess assemble though currently.
Yeah,
Does he need 4 to assemble and what 4 more pick up those pieces?
yeah. I guess it wouldn't be possession. They would just kill Sabretooth normally, and that would be away from the drop the 2 extracts, and Vu just goes over and picks him up.
Yeah, I guess yeah, because he could scalpel Apex into the shenanigans of Shang-Chi, magic,
Mhm.
voodoo. Yeah. Yep. So
Okay, so we're going right back into Rhino.
yep, we're reading implanted memories when suffers damage from enemy effect. Oh, implanted memories. Oh, does this bring him
Oh,
down? Oh, that does the one. That does the one.
yep, nice.
Blam! Eat rocks.
Now
Implanted
that
memories. Get wrecked. Take that, Rhino.
now that was surprising.
That's just funny. I don't think it fixes the problem.
Depends if Mitchell wants to pick up both with Sabretooth at the moment. We'll see here. Um,
Because
yeah,
I wonder if he sees. I didn't see this, but yeah, the potential of Voodoo assembling here, which Yeah, I mean, and just Honey Badger and X23 being so out of position is really going to haunt him.
Yeah. Deadpool too, actually, in a weird way, but that was probably less obvious, when he went.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like,
don't.
yeah,
Someone had to score that back point with Bullseye going
uh,
down so early. So
I guess.
we're
There's still
seeing
models on that side when he went.
we're seeing some discussion here, some finger waving. So it looks like I'm assuming they're having a timing question.
Okay,
Oh no,
so
he's debating about Sabretooth. Okay.
yep, so we're
He's
picking that up.
activating Sabretooth. Gonna grab this one.
Yep. From where he's gonna pick it up. Ooh, nope, don't. Wait, what's going on?
What's happening?
Okay, you do need to move the model before you can pick up the extract.
I'm
Okay.
I'm,
Right.
I'm I have no idea what just happened.
Okay, so I think they're just doing a shortcut. It's not particularly stream friendly for that, but what he essentially did was walk over, pick
Oh
it up, and then walk within one of the point over here.
yeah. So now we're gonna
Okay.
see a walk scalpel, right?
Yeah. Actually, he's got only 3 powers. He doesn't have enough to scalpel at the moment.
Oh, it's
So,
4. Yeah, that's right. It's
yeah, yeah. So thankfully, I think Mitch is safe from the scalping app for now.
Yeah, what a yeah. That was not Mitch Schmid. If you're watching this later, that was not a stream friendly speed way of picking that up. I do understand, yeah, that he put out the movement tool, kind of denoting that he was going to grab that and then just
Yeah,
back.
I do imagine that Mitch is definitely feeling the pressure at the moment. So I understand if you're moving a little hasty at times.
Shang-Chi could likely push him. Um, can he? He'd have to move charge.
Yeah, he would have to move charge.
He'd have to move charge, and I don't know if he gets the angle for uh, the 1 inch punch away.
Yeah, he can
Uh,
definitely make it there with a move charge. But
you
looks
think
like
so?
we're considering a
Because
magic. It looks like we're looking at a magic activation potentially. At least that's what Schmid was looking at.
yeah,
Or actually, that was so that might have been Mitch. Seeing the threat levels there.
you can move this counter at the very yes, yeah, I agree, Simon. You can at least push him off the scoundrel. I
Yeah,
would agree. Yeah. Now looking at with that movement tool down, you move charge so you can get an angle to push him toward Strange. Yep. It's hard to tell with the stream, and you're not putting the the tools down a little bit sometimes. Um, it's so funny in TTS. I'm really bad at visualizing. Um, I'm much better in person in visualizing movement, distances. I don't know. Do you have that problem, Jin, or you're
I
better?
go back and forth. Some days I feel like I'm much better in TTS. Other days I feel like I'm much better in real life. So maybe it depends on what I'm playing more of lately. Like
That's fair.
yeah, because it's technically the same, but it seems different, right?
It
Sometimes.
really does. Yeah, it really does. That angle is going to be.
Oh, he's
I
in.
don't think that. I don't know if that angle is going to get him toward Doctor Strange.
That's true. Yeah, because the push away means that he's going to just be.
He's going to have
I
to
guess
go
you
toward the
can move him
car.
laterally. You can push him a
I
little bit
guess.
towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Is he going to use a memory token?
I think it would be in his best interest to do so, because then you would limit the push angles.
I would agree. Yep. Yeah. Here's the memory token. So 6 into
All right.
6.
Yep. All right. That's a good block.
Uh, Shang-Chi's only got 3. Oh, dude, Mitch is like absurd defenses
Yep.
sometimes. Like, I'm sure he wished to see some of these, massive amounts of crits that he's getting, for
Yeah.
offense. But
All right.
um,
I think he needs to just like walk. You might have to see the point, but just moving away, yeah. So you can only be like,
Oh, here's the
okay,
1-inch punch. Okay, here's the 1-inch punch.
yeah, yep. So yeah, if he's still within 2. You know, the funny thing is, like, Mitch probably could have actually like stepped out of 2, to because he needs to be within 2, right, of the person to do the push stun. So maybe that's the thing
Oh,
I can
yeah.
ask him later about.
Yeah, I guess he'd be off the ambush though, right?
I mean, he was going to be off the ambush regardless, you know. So you might as well
Oh,
just
that's
not get
fair.
stunned in the process.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. He does get to aggressive back. Yeah, that's an interesting interaction that I guess you could have.
Oh, so sorry. No, this was the correct sequencing. I forgot that. Yeah, the 1-inch punch would have gotten first before he would have gotten the aggressive.
Gotcha.
Yep. Sorry, attacker, defender. Slipped my mind for some reason.
You know, that's that web interaction. You're just like, I just want to thwip you. Let me just thwip you first.
Yeah, don't I get a
I
movement
get it,
now?
Jin.
Free
Yeah,
movement?
don't I
Free
get
movement?
a
Free movement?
don't I just get to web line everywhere? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's an actionless movement, right? That'd be really cool, right? Let's see. So yeah, definitely, certainly several opportunities for deadly daggers or baleful bolts.
Yeah. Do you just baleful bolts X23 and just deny points to Mitch?
I mean, if you just want to build power, yeah, I think you just hit X23, but I mean, but Schmid doesn't really need to do a lot. Okay, so we got Badger moving in.
Honey Badger, Spender probably coming in. Spender?
Yeah,
Looking
just
for an
to
elusive.
give her some extra movement so that maybe you have more limited places you want to go to. Like if she stands on top of the scoundrel points, so even if you bump on the scoundrel, like she'll be within 1 inch anyway.
Right. Looking for a wild trigger. Let's see if you get it, Mitch.
Yep. It's
These attack rolls have just been.
these Weapon X attack rolls, man. I tell ya.
Oh,
Oh,
there's the elusive. There's the elusive. At least you got the elusive.
okay, so it is
Yeah.
blocked.
I don't know if you know this, but Weapon X is a pacifist team. Did you know that?
Right. Yes. Classic pacifist,
Well,
James Howell
cla-
Logan.
classic pacifist.
Yep. Does wait?
Thought it had to be damage.
I thought so too. Hold on.
Yeah, it's on damage. Yeah, it's on damage.
Oh, okay.
Did he do it?
I got it.
No. Schmid took damage. Yeah, Schmid took damage.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Schmid took damage.
Oh, sorry. I mixed up the block rolls. Yes, that's right.
Yep. Yes. Now Schmid can scalpel. And 2 small. So he's going to bump. I'm going to assume that he's going to bump towards Sabretooth.
Mhm.
That's a good block, good body block of. So he doesn't get
Yep.
a super pristine, but 2 small movements are gonna.
Yeah.
Are gonna get
So the problem with this is that you just gave the ability for him to scalpel. So this could be a very bad time for Sabretooth, right? Because you can just like walk, scalpel, and then like Voodoo or Magic can like unleash onto Sabretooth and like grab the extracts.
Yeah. This is where that X23 placement is gonna really be difficult, right?
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. We did 2 short moves because we slowed, and then yeah, we're going to scalpel Sabretooth. Oh boy. I think the correct thing there was not to attack Strange, actually.
Yeah, just walk on there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really bad for Mitch right now.
Well, if the scouts him range 3 of Voodoo, it'd be rough. Yeah, I think he just measured that, and I think he was in. Right?
Yeah. Even then, you still have Magic to soften him up before Voodoo gets to him, so that's also fine.
Yeah, he does have a fallback online.
Not yet. He has to take the
Not
first one,
yet.
right?
He's gonna take the first one. So you can get so if Schmid does this out of order,
I think maybe you just Dark Child then, right? I don't know.
but the stun voodoo get 2 shots. Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong.
Hmm.
And he's 2 power short. Is he? So the challenge is he looks like he's going to be in 3, but there's a small difference between range 3 and that medium placement. Yes, that's a good shot out nobility. He could sap, and yeah, then things are just bad.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to be medium distance away though to pick up the extract when it goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, sap or skulls. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong there, gentleman. Does Voodoo does have Voodoo has 1 and Sabretooth has 2. Sabretooth has 2. Yeah, Voodoo has 1, Jeff, and Sabretooth has the other 2. Voodoo is in no danger, so you just sit there.
Yeah. What are we doing here? You
Yeah,
gotta
that's not a bad call either, nobility. So it looks like he leg day to try to bang bang into Voodoo because he's outside of that scoundrel.
Yeah. And I think the second bang would go off before he gets the bump, right?
I believe so. I believe that's the right sequencing. Yep. Because rapid fires trigger before the 90% sure. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, after the effect resolved. Yep. So that would mean that this would probably be his best time to actually like face
Yeah,
voodoo.
no, I don't. I like this. This.
Oh,
Oh,
sacrifice. Good sacrifice. We're going into magic instead now.
yep. All right. Yep. And if he gets the bang bang trigger,
Oh,
he
whoa,
does.
finally. X
Yeah.
Weapon
Yeah.
X finally showing up.
Yeah. This is unfortunately into the wrong character.
That's correct. But
but, but he got you. Take that, magic.
yep.
He
Did
does get the
Schmid
bang
not
bang trigger. Get the
did
bang bang
Schmid
trigger.
not like to take the cover, or did Magic already have 1 damage on her earlier?
She took 1, 2. She took 4 there. So
Yeah, that's weird because she had a crit and she also had the cover from the scoundrel point.
oh, can't with sacrifice. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Thanks. Nobility, always appreciated. And
Sorry,
Simon.
I'm half tired. That's why I missed it. So, but I'll blame. You're a webs
All
player.
right.
Don't you know this? Don't you know how cover works with sacrifice?
This is because I don't run sacrifice.
Oh, okay. It's like you're a webs player. Aren't you supposed to know this? I bring brace and patch up. I don't have to worry about the intricacies of sacrifice. Bump to spender. Yeah. Yep. No,
Yeah.
that's what we're seeing. Old Sabretooth's
Yeah.
gonna get Dark Child.
Yeah, this
I
is
will say in the
it's
Midnight
rough.
Suns game is a really cool. And the plane of Poldak. Yep.
Oh man, yeah, this is real bad.
Uh this is one of those good night, sweet prince.
Yep.
Sleep.
Interesting. I guess maybe Schmid just man, yeah, that worked out perfectly.
Yep, he's here for the violence.
All right.
He woke up
Skulls
to force
count.
violence.
Yep, skulls count for both characters. Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, Mitch.
Mitch. Oh no.
Oh goodness. So here's
And then there's Plains of Poldock
oh,
reroll.
here's the planes. It
Yep.
converts 2 out of 3. Oh goodness. Good night.
See, the pelvic forward pose of magic is to exude
Is that
confidence,
what?
man.
Yeah, it was the pelvic thrust. Yeah,
Yes.
it was the
It's like Duffman. You just thrust in the general direction of trouble, and you'll resolve it.
yeah, Duff Man. Duff Man can't breathe. That was- uh,
All right, so magic
oh,
still has another action, I guess.
uh, yeah. Guess she could shoot Deadpool. If she wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the rough. There's just a couple, you know, um, misplays from Mitch's part, just in terms of trying to keep the attrition plan going. You got to keep the gas on the pedal, right? And we saw some positioning stuff that made it a little bit more difficult. Schmid played extremely well. This is the challenge. I think they're just walking it out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just counting the points here because
'Cause,
X23 can't really do anything. Um,
yeah, she's too far away to double move to get on any points that would matter at the moment.
yeah, she can't even like double move to get on the point or grab one of the legacy cures. So
So yeah, that's going to be 6 from the extracts, and then 2 more for secures, giving a total plus 8 points for Schmid, which will give him the 16.
yep.
Okay, and then yeah, that'll be 1 more point for Mitchell, and yeah, that'll be game.
All right,
Um,
let's head over to their chat and hopefully
right,
Mike's thing picks that up. So we'll
sounds good.
go.
We'll see you there.
All right.
There we go.
Mitchell,
We'll find a
he'll
way.
make it here. He'll make
Yeah.
it here. There we go.
There it is. There it is. We did
Hello.
it.
You did it.
So, congratulations, Schmidt and Mitch. That was a fun game to watch. Mitch, you won priority, correct? So, Schmid, what was the thought process of going 20 over 19?
I think, I guess the list at 19, I knew he was Weapon X, so I feel like I couldn't play Wong really because he's going to go wide, and Wong just doesn't. Like, healing is great, but he's going to be wider with a model that doesn't do anything, just doesn't work. So I figure at 20, I get this list, and if it goes to 19, I think Shang or Rhino drops to Zemo, and I just feel like these two models are better in general than having. I mean, like, sure, um, like I was going 5. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted Shang and Rhino over Zemo and Rhino or Zemo and Shang. That's really the only reason I picked 20.
Yeah, I think you made it pretty clear that mobile convocation is pretty good, right? Having some mobility, especially on scoundrels, where I mean we're pretty heavy on our left, right on the stream's left, and then being able to completely rotate in one turn because of some really good bumps and rotations was really strong. Mitch, talk us through the 7 wide, man. I love to see it. What's the thought process?
Yeah, so I've played against Asgard 3 times this league, and they tend to be really tall. I've played a different list all but 2 weeks. I've doubled this one. I doubled X-Men earlier on. But normally the 7 wide, especially with only Honey Badger, being the only one in the list that really can't play objectives, allows for pivot. Like if your dice go cold, you can pivot to a more scenario focus with enough bodies, so like with healing factor, and now survival to kind of weather the storm and score out if you need to, if you can grab an early and just maintain points. If your attrition plan fails. Obviously, I did not implement that very well this game. But yeah, it's just it's because I was playing 7 wide webs a lot over the summer, and I just didn't have the punch when I wanted to go smooth brain with webs. And so this kind of provides that you have the bodies to really rotate on the objectives, in theory. So,
But yeah, I like the thought process. Could you walk me through my initial thought of not playing survival to keep bullseye on round 2? Were you just trying to hold on to survival for a little bit later, and who cares if bullseye dies? Is that kind of the thought process?
yeah, so really, I try and save survival for Weapon X, because he's such a menace when he flips, because normally he's up in the middle of it when he drops, and then you get a really good activation off of him, which is what I was playing towards. I didn't see the line on the when I picked up both legacy viruses with Sabretooth this turn. I didn't see the line for him to drop Sabretooth and get all 3 and score out, until it was much too late. And that's when I pivoted Deadpool to try and drop Dr. Voodoo. And then with the sack up and everything, I couldn't get there. So that was obviously a misplay. But that's generally like Bullseye is really in there to round out to keep the activations deep, be able to run dual 2s. And I don't really care if he dies. He's really for just kind of harassment and holding. And I hold survival for a more impactful character like Apex, Weapon X, and sometimes X23. But generally the goal is to save it for Weapon X opening up.
That makes a lot of sense. I think, at least for me, and then I'm gonna pass it over to Jian. It was great plays. From both of you. Schmid, your turn 1 opening was really strong. I think it was a super smart to obviously attack. Bullseye to feed that power. Get that daze with the double hit roll and steal the legacy cure. I think that was a great opening. Really, the last thing, for me, the question, and Mitch, when you watch, I hope you get a chance to watch the stream later. I will say, and Schmid, I'll confess it. I'm rooting for slaps. I'm always down for slaps. The one thing that broke my heart and really where we were shouting on stream was X23 moving to this back ambush point, the scoundrel point, after the spender. Was your thought process just, you're trying to keep it close as much as possible? Because that was really, for me, a couple of things. I think, obviously they don't go your way. We also mentioned that you were playing some nice pacifist Weapon X. I don't know if you guys know that, but Weapon X, famously the pacifist. You didn't have a lot of hot dice. On offense, you had some really good defense. But one of I think the big things that I was curious about. I'm assuming you're just trying to keep the score close with moving X23 off of that middle scoundrel.
Yeah, so that was trying to keep it close. And again, I don't and Schmid, jump in. If the legacy plan was like always his plan that he was working towards, and I just didn't catch it until it was too late. If I had thought about that as a win con, that he would get like all 3 this early, I would have pivoted X23 over here. And again, until this turn, I didn't see it until he pulled Sabretooth up, and that's when I started trying to correct for it, which was far too late. But yeah, I was trying to keep it a 1-point game. And he played played it very well. I was hoping by baiting with Honey Badger, it would trigger Big Sis to bring her back in. So a turn to keep it close and then bring him either attack her or bring it back in. One thing I was trying to keep him from doing was moving Voodoo or Magic back over to the open point, and me being out of position to really do anything with it. But yeah, I had debated slingshotting her in. That turn, she couldn't get to the point to contest with how he had his models, and with my Weapon X where it was, I couldn't get to the point, and I didn't want to be too down. I thought about just picking her a little, like kind of more where Deadpool is currently, to contest, and at that time I was like, I stay there, that zeroes that point out with Doctor Strange, but then he's got options to get character back over there, and then I'm too stacked over on the left hand side.
My commentary was if there's something immediate, it's if he stood on the middle, he would tie Strange, but Rhino could have aggressive and bumped to it. So, like
Correct.
he said, he would go down an extra point. Now, obviously, X23 on 1 power being out of 3 or 2 of anybody basically makes her useless the next turn. Was my plan to pick them all up on Voodoo? No, it happened that way. I mean, I saw it. I saw the line when he picked him up. When he double picked him up, I saw like, oh, maybe I can somehow arrange this so Voodoo can get them both. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in Shang, and the reason Shang, went to where he did is because I was gonna be able to kind of push him towards Strange. But then he did the token, and then I didn't do a damage, so he got to come back. I would have not pushed him into that piece of terrain if I got the damage off, so he couldn't aggressive. So I was like, I might as well stun him at this point. If anything, it's tough because I don't know if you saw it. I'll say the one big brain play was I rerolled my defense dice on Strange when Honey Badger attacked me, and I didn't take the cover. Or I ended up taking the cover because I was prepared not to take the cover. I was like, I need him to do 1 to me because then I would have power to scalpel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was trying to hold Strange's activation to like do that, and I realized I couldn't attack somebody, walk, and then I wasn't in range because of the if Shang got his push off without the aggressive, he would have been able to do it. So I was trying to play outs in that point. I mean, I would have walked up and just possessed and took him with magic or something if like all that failed, like if I didn't get like the perfect teleport into whatever. But yeah, I mean, I gotta admit, turn 1. I mean, other than Shang was a piece of shit. I don't think he ever did a damage. I don't think he did any damage.
No, I think Mitch
He had
rolled
3
too
attacks
well.
and he did nothing, which is fine because Voodoo was the hero. And the reason I attacked Bullseye over what's his name, Deadpool, is because if I get the throw, I get him off the point. It makes him put somebody there. 2 dice with cover versus 4 dice with a reroll is probably about the same. And the other thing is, the big reason I did is, one thing that annoys me when I play with Voodoo and he attacks somebody that like picks up like that is if they don't have power, I don't get sap. So that's why like Magic goes first, tries to damage him so he has the power. So if I do roll the sap, I have something to steal. And so I only need to do a damage, do a sap, maybe get a score. I need to get 3 power off an attack to steal it, 2 to make him drop it and put it at my feet. Stuff like that. So I wasn't originally going to like just straight up run like I did, but I think given like Honey Badger walks up and does 3 to me, I'm like, I can't stand there anymore. Maybe I can play for points. I already dazed somebody. I got the 2 people low for the big turn, which was like cool. And like if what's this called? I had to throw into her. If I kill her with the attack, and I think people might question why I attacked her versus like robbing and walking away or something. If I kill her with the attack, I can throw what's his name, Sabretooth directly away with my robbery.
Robbery, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I might die, but at least he's like he has to come kill me. But it was cool, the card. So you can only play the card if you survive it. So yeah. So like if I kill her with the attack, I throw him directly away. He can't Days Me with Memories. I mean, it doesn't matter. I was going to die anyway. He was going to come at me and kill me. But there's some cool things like there. But I mean, Weapon X 7 Wide is scary. And, I know Mitch did not, he wasn't succumb to the scariness of Mystic. But, I've heard people say, oh my God, the Mystic attacks. I was like, when you have 7 models, okay, you have a couple 2s. But the healing factor, I think, is huge because you really have to, kill people. You really have to kill them. And it's not like I'm bringing 20 dice Mystic attacks. Strange is 5 dice rerolls with Pierce icking one. Back before Exceptional was gone, it was worse. It's better without Exceptional, but Exceptional is oh, I'm just going to attack twice. He's going to survive, and then he's going to healing factor 2 and rip me apart with a 3 threat. So, and Book's not resetting anymore. Well, it resets, but I don't have Ultron. It actually is. I wouldn't call it a bad matchup, but I don't think it's bad either way. I think it's an interesting one, and you really, like I said, you gotta, hey, Weapon X, just get up there, man. Start the brawl, which
yeah, the one play I really, and we had discussed that in the game, was Sabretooth picking up and then moving, throwing himself at Shang-Chi, and then attacking Voodoo to try and drop Voodoo on 3, and I really debated that line, and leaving the other one where someone has to come over here on the other side of Reno, pick up the book, and then, and in retrospect, I wish I had done that, and obviously not missing my healing factor on Sabretooth. But yeah, that probably would have been more correct because Sabretooth is just.
It's one of those. It's an interesting one because I would have braced it, and then I would have sacked the attack to somebody. Yeah. And so it could work. But then it kind of it kind of feeds into the whole, now you're in the middle of my team, you put all the viruses there, and if I just kill you or rob, that would have made it easier for me to pick them up. If I just if I just pick them up and run, then I might get it. It's hard. I mean, the play that it took to get him to where he was to pick all the viruses was, I'm not saying convoluted, but it was it took some steps. So I probably preferred if you would have thrown him in there. I might have also waited for his activation because how far he was, I didn't probably have a great threat. And one of the, if I double walk, anyone who had to pick up maybe Magic can go pick one up and walk back, but I don't know how devastating that is for it to happen. Then you can kind of come out of your shell. I think some of, you noticed after I bumped away, you're like, oh shit, I should have put myself differently, or stuff like that. I'll give you an example of one. No, you had to do it. Never mind. I was going to say you shouldn't have done the hit and run because you gave me a power that let me range 5 snipe you and then teleport Sabretooth, but if you don't hit and run, you're still there to take the second attack and die anyway, so ignore me on that one. But it's stuff like that where okay, you're giving me a power here, and I get to bump, and it just all feels.
Yeah, and I was really, like I said, I was really playing to get to a turn 4, with Laura. Had I realized it, obviously hindsight, but had I realized you were going to close it, I would not have put Laura there. But I was thinking, okay, turn 4.
I mean, you can't expect me to score 8. Turn 3 where the way it was. I don't think it was obvious I was going to put them all on the same person. I mean, it costs 5 power just to pick him up, and if he's going to possess you, which he didn't have to in this case, thank God, then I need 11 power to do it. 10, 9. I need 9.
Jen, did you have any questions for the guys?
Yeah, Jen didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm just enamored by the talk here. So a couple things I wanted to note is that Schmid, great job with the Rhino aggressive bump tech that I got to see for the first time. He gets around the board quite a bit with that, so it was great to see that in action, using that to sort of leverage that movement to get go from point to point basically after attack, which I wouldn't have expected off of Rhino, but it was just really cool to see. To follow up the Rhino thing, I think there was the initial first turn, Mitch, where you put yourself within range 2 of Rhino on top of a building to sort of attack him. I noticed that you did a charge the first attack, so I was thinking maybe a better sequencing would have been just attack him normally first, let Schmid do his bump, and then from there you can then do a charge, so that you at least get both your attacks in instead of just the one attack, which it seems like what he got out of the activation.
I'd say I'm not going to speak for Mitch, but I guess the bait air quote there was he gets on the point, he gets the extra 2 dice for the first attack. But you're right. I mean, that was the better sequencing.
Yeah, so either he goes on the point, right, and you still get your 2 extra dice anyway, or you just get 2 swings at him. That's the only thing I could think of as like would you have done that differently in retrospect?
I didn't think I was in 2 to swing first.
You were. You stood right next to him.
Yeah, you were right next to him on top of the building. They were literally next to each other in the building.
You charged behind to get on the point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. I moved him up, and then So I even said that to Schmid in the game that I completely forgot about the bump.
Okay.
Because the goal was to get because Weapon X, first attack 7, second attack 9, and just completely was not thinking about the bump. But yes, the correct sequence would have been to attack first, then charge. You still get 2 additional dice, that's 5 into 7, or if he's where I can get within 2 and get on the point, it's 5 into 9.
Yeah, which is still pretty good, right?
Yeah, which would have been but I just completely blanked that he had a bump.
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I wasn't aware if what the thinking was behind it, but yeah, if you just forgot about the leadership, then that's totally fine. I totally understand in that case.
Next time, definitely attack first, wait for the bump, and then position accordingly. Yeah, that is correct.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ben. You can go on.
Yeah, no, just complication can be tricky with some of the shenanigans that they can do. So now that's what's one of those good teachable moments.
And what's sad about it is literally 2 days ago I listened to his interview with Lucas for the top 4 interview from last season, and heard him talk about the bump defensively, and I was like, that's good tech, and then I just completely blanked on it.
That'll happen. Well, I want to be, mindful of the whole stream, and you guys, Schmid, do you have any last words of wisdom for us? I mean, congratulations, on a great win. Do you want to leave us with anything?
I appreciate the game. Appreciate the streaming, and you might see Convocation in the top cuts. It might be Midnight Suns. No one's gonna know. Who knows?
Who knows? Mitch, great game, buddy. Do you have anything to leave us on?
Great game, and congratulations on Top Cut. Looking forward to seeing either of those affiliations. So,
right. Thanks, everyone.
Schmid, play Dracula, or you're a coward.
No, he's not elite.
But Mitch, please continue to rock this crew. I really like seeing wide attrition. This is like so much fun to see, like on the table. So hopefully you'll see, we'll get some more games with these guys later on, and hopefully we'll see more on stream. So thank you for streaming your first game with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys. And I think that'll be it. So I appreciate you both. Great game, and hopefully we'll see you on the stream again.
Perfect. Thanks. Night.
Thank you,
guys. So here's what we're gonna do.
Do.